Many thought it would be Tyrod Taylor, but Justin Herbert beat him out and has become a starter as a rookie.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
And 6 at the 29-yard.
They'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a 2nd straight loss.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap for Herbert. That's into the hands of Eckler. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their quarterback back in the NFL for the first time since 2016. It's Colin Kaepernick.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Wesley Woodyard on the tackle.
A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 17 carries, 93 yards.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
Kaepernick to throw on 2nd down. And this one's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. And that will be incomplete.
Kaepernick's pass intended for Henry Ruggs.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Got his connection complete to Ruggs. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
21 yards.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
Brings up 2nd.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On 2nd down, it's Jacobs. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Carrier. The tackle by
2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. And a snap comes at 1. Now Kaepernick. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They do go for it. It's Kaepernick. That's to his running back, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Balaj. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
24 yards.
They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that. The nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. The LA defense up to snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
Carlson able to put this one through. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage.
3. Chargers, nothing.
So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
If they open things up, let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. That throw into the arms of Allen. And he's finally taken down. It's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Gets it to Gabriel on the jet sweep. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
This defense is really fooling around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
They'll run for it with Eckler. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. Good spot on the field to go for it. Kind of no man's land, as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter is telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow. Might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Brought down at the 15.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Herbert. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Williams. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
2-yard gain.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Ties the game at 3.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
No, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive down with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They run it with Balaj. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
The ball carrier. He was taken down at the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Complete.
Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
And the Raider first.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver. And he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Kaepernick again here on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Say what you want, but Kaepernick's still one of the best at doing that as the scramble gets him a first.
First down.
Kaepernick now on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the rookie, his intended target. And it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a first down on a gain of 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
First down.
To throw is Kaepernick. They'll set up the screen to Balaj. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. James Washington was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. Brings up from the 24. They'll go again on 2nd and 10. Again, it's Kaepernick. Waller taking it in over the middle. And they'll get this down to the 10. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Raiders.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. This will be caught at about the 6. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. A final shot before half for Kaepernick. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Henry Ruggs in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And it is up.
His kick
and it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders.
Daniel Carlson to kick off.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL here on this first day of November. We'll start with one of the classic matchups in the NFL. A lot of pageantry between these two teams. Pittsburgh heading down to take on Dallas. And that one tied 14 apiece in the second quarter. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. A 2-touchdown victory. 31-17, the final. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. 24-21, the final score. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half.
Michael Badgley to kick.
The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
So here are the Raiders now to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Washington.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
On second down now, it's Jacobs. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Jacobs, the ball carrier.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Got it open man, it's Ruggs. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
To Henry Ruggs.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
On first down, Jacobs. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Just shy of midfield.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. This thrown quickly out to Jones. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Kaepernick's pass. Complete to Zay Jones.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Once again, it's Jacobs. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
29-yard line.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
3rd down.
To throw, it's Kaepernick. Eluding the pressure right. Reception here by Ruggs. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. So they'd converted their first 2 fourth-down attempts. Not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that third one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll hand off here to Eckler. There's some space here. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
With Melvin Gordon moving on to Denver, Austin Eckler is officially the Chargers' #1 option at the running back position. Gordon spent a lot of time holding out last year. Eckler took full advantage with a breakout season. 92 receptions, 993 yards, and 8 touchdowns. He was in the top 10 in the league in receptions, receiving touchdowns, and all-purpose yards. So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the...
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off. But a nice game there for a first down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Raiders' 29-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To the air again, Herbert. To the sideline, that's taken in by Allen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down.
Chargers.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
10 at the 17-yard line.
Herbert operating from the red zone. Henry's got it out on the left side. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
1st and goal.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
His pass caught at the 4. That catch good for only a couple.
Taylor Gabriel. A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Now Eckler. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with this third down play as we play 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th.
I know in this spot they have to be thinking to themselves, let's go ahead and go for it right now. We don't know if we'll get another opportunity. But if you trust your defense at all, you kick the field goal and maybe have one more shot later.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Big fourth down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on fourth down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. To throw, Kaepernick. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Kaepernick escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line. So they did not bring pressure, and turns out probably a bad idea.
Yeah, he had time to stand in the pocket and deliver a strike. So I'm wondering if they're going to note that, and next time just go ahead and bring that pressure.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jacobs. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. More from L.A. in a moment. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From midfield, here's Kaepernick. Pass caught by Ruggs, middle of the field. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 34-yard line. 16 yards, a 1st down.
16 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st down, it's Jacobs. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
On 2nd down, here's Kaepernick. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Washington.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Jacobs again.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
From from the gun on third down. Kaepernick. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Kaepernick to throw for it on 4th. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Joey Bosa. And the Chargers hold tight down near the goal line. So they pass on the chance to kick the go-ahead field goal, and that may be one they're going to regret big time.
And I think the head coach is going to have some splaining to do, right? Because in this situation, you kick the field goal to give yourself that chance at victory. By going for it,
Number 30.
maybe you're saying you don't trust your field goal kicker, or maybe he knows something we don't. Maybe the kicker's hurt. So there'll be a lot of questions at the post-game press conference.
It makes the rest of this fourth quarter and the rest of this game very interesting.
20-yard line.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Ball carrier.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Once more, here's Eckler. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
I think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Going on the ground with Eckler. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run here with Eckler. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16.
Got a quick flash about being in their huddle. Whatever the play call was, it was tagged with these words: make sure you stay in the middle of the field. That's where we want to be.
And he did just that. So everything hanging in the balance, resting on the right foot of Michael Badgley. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year. But he knocked could throw it just like it was an easy chip shot.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Final score, Chargers.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Chargers, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the